Crazy statement. This kid just single-handedly ruined that. I love men. Fictional ones, though. And this dog is so misunderstood. I fucking hate men. All of them. Every single one. It is 50 degrees out. I'm like 50 pages into the book, and so far I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna sit out here and read for a bit. Okay, let's talk about what's going on so far. I am on page 60, and so far our main girl, she has a sister, and her sister is supposed to take over her parents' bed and breakfast in this small town, but our main girl Michelle actually has to take it over. So she gets to this small town, and there's this guy there, and he has 2 kids, which I thought he just had 1 going into this, but he actually has 2. So you're getting that, so it's like single father, and I think it's like a slow burn. Also, it's like 500 pages, which I cannot find a book under 500 pages lately, and it's kind of annoying me because I'm 8 books behind my reading goal. So she has to take over this inn, and I don't think she kind of really wants to, but it starts off she is divorcing her ex, and he also has this border collie named Rocket, and this dog is so misunderstood. He used to be the ex's, and then the ex just kind of gave him to our main girl, and Rocket just like does not listen to her main girl. The main guy in this also doesn't really like dogs, so I'm just like, guys, give my boy Rocket a chance. Border collies are the best. But the guy in this, he owns like the bakery, which we haven't really seen yet, but I'm excited to see it. And also the inn, we're really excited to see more about this. And the playlist in this book, I am so excited to listen to. I feel like I'm gonna wait until after I finish the book, but it looks so good, the playlist, because it's like all 90s music and older obviously. But yeah, this is set in the 90s, so I'm really liking that too. And there's times where I have to like remember that it's like that, because the author's been doing a good job of like setting the scene, because it's talked about like the phone that's like obviously on the wall, not just whatever, and like the guy has to call the house to talk to his daughter, you know, so just stuff like that. She's doing a good job of making it still seem like it's in the 90s rather than just like putting it there, you know. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm really excited, and I wanted to read this book for so long, so I'm so excited.
The leaves are turning brown, red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now I'm not ready, not just yet. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes to.
Hello friends, I have an update for you guys. I'm on page 120, which was the fact that would be like half the book if it was a normal sized romance, but it's like not. Anyway, I've been listening and also reading off and on. I'm super invested, but not to the point where it's giving 5-star energy. This is just honestly a really different romance than I've read. She actually has a lot of other books, so. But what's interesting about this one is a lot of the romance books I read are like fake dating, enemies to lovers, I'm trying to think what else. Tropes like that, but this one, it's not really tropey, which I'm actually kind of liking, because it feels like even more realistic, because it's just like she just moves to this town and they just meet. I mean, they are neighbors, so it's a little forced proximity, but I'm still really liking that, and it feels, like I said, like very real. I mean, no guy's gonna come up to me and offer me like a fake dating scheme for money or whatever. Liking that. Liking the dog. He doesn't like talk, but she writes in italics what he's thinking, which is interesting. And I feel like a lot of people may not like that, but as an extreme dog lover and also someone with a border collie, I like it. I feel like the dog is still misunderstood. People still aren't loving him, just this girl. So I'm waiting for them to all love him, because I already do. That's the update. Dog needs more screen time. I don't know. It's going good. I feel like I'm still learning our character style, and also really interested in his kids. Loving them, which, crazy statement, because I don't normally like kids, but I think I do now.
I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn
just
comes
listening,
too
doing my
soon.
diamond dots, and I hear, how the hell did I get privileged enough to see this side of her? And I was like, what? It actually says, how the hell did I get privileged enough to see this side? I think this site is more. I don't know. There's been so many good quotes. I'm obsessed. Okay, I am almost 50% through, and so far there's just been so many simple lines that are simple but yet so meaningful in the ways that how he treats her. He completely just stops what he's doing and listens to her. Like, I wish. She was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. He was like, oh, that's fine. Not like pushing her to talk about it, which she compared her ex to. Just literally little things. Little things, but yet they mean so much. Hi guys, and welcome back. So I have a book update, and a big one. I am like 70% through this right now. I don't know where exactly I am because I was in the car for like 5 hours today, and I fell asleep while listening a little bit. Not because of the book, but because I was like laying down with my eyes closed just listening, and also very car sick. So I fell asleep. Don't know for sure where I'm at. I need to look through this and find it, but I'm loving this. I'm just someone who loves a character driven book. Like, there's quite literally no plot going on other than that she has to take over this inn. I'm eating this up. I love all of these characters so much, especially the main guy's daughters. Love them so much. I'm absolutely eating this up. It is definitely like a slow burn. Like, we've had one kiss and I am like 350 pages in, but yeah, I'm eating this up. I went to the apple orchard today. I got literally a very fresh apple, some cheese, and some pretzels, and we're gonna eat that and finish this. Also, I just got these, the new, literally go to Target right now. So I'm gonna feast and hopefully finish this tonight, and I will come back with more updates. It's finally also feeling like fall, and I just have so much motivation to read. Like, I already know what I want to start after this book. So I'm just so excited. My windows are open. It's like 65 degrees. I'm low-key sweating right now though, but the vibes are so high right now, and I'm so excited to read, even though I definitely have half of a video to edit tonight. We're gonna read too.
Autumn comes too soon. The light that flickers will blow away the sight. And all that
I have a prediction.
will wither away and die. Not now. I'm not ready, not just yet. I'm not ready for autumn.
Okay guys, I'm about to finish the book. I have like 60 pages left, and there still is a lot that has to be solved, and honestly I feel like this could be a series because there's one character, it says on here standalone though, but there's one character in here that's been really kind of hyped up, like one of Cliff's friends. I love more books in this world. I could see so many potential spin-offs of this, and I hope she does because I'm really liking this. I'm definitely gonna check out her backlist after this. We are, I think, almost to Christmas now, and I'm really scared but also excited to see how this ends. This book has just been so amazing. I'm gonna listen and do my diamond dots because it's all I can think about, and I'm so excited about it. There is no way he's about to do this right now. These are happy tears, by the way. Guys, 5 stars. Maybe the easiest 5 stars I've ever given. Looking back on this book, absolute perfection, and the ending especially just tied literally everything in together, and literally just from the start to the end of this book, it was gripping my attention and I couldn't stop reading it, even though this is a thick book and it's very mundane. Like, there's literally not much plot going on at all. I loved his kids in this so much. I love the side characters. I love the romance, and the man in this book, you guys, this is one of the most pure, wholesome romances ever. Literally not once did he compliment or like think something about her body. It was, well, like obviously he did, but like not like outwardly. All he complimented was like her person, the things that she did. He loved her no matter what. Yeah, this one hurt. I sobbed the last like 40 pages, and I want to reread this, and I need to go back and fully annotate it. I am so excited, and I cannot stop thinking about it, and it's been like 2 hours since I finished it. That never happens. I finally am starting the next read because it is November 2nd, and if I don't read this year, I don't want to have it for a full another year till fall. So I'm picking this up, and honestly, the only reason I'm continuing with it is because I have like a kind of a big project I'm doing today, and it's gonna take me maybe like 4 or 5 hours, and I feel like I could finish this then, audiobook wise, and it's just something that I don't have to give 100% my focus to. Like, even when I'm listening, most of the time I'm focusing on what I'm drawing. I don't really care. Honestly, it's kind of annoying too. The girl main character is pissing me off a little bit, and also we just had this scene with this kid. Oh my lord. Now I'm like 50%, and that scene with the kid just actually really ticked me off. It was just like so annoying, and literally today I posted my winter recs, and in it I said I'm starting to absolutely love kids in books. This kid just single-handedly ruined that. I'm not even enjoying this that much. It's just really fast paced though, and I am here for the fall vibes still, which they haven't been as good as I expected. I feel like the town specifically hasn't been described that well. Really, I thought this whole thing would be him at the coffee shop and like more about him being a barista. We've had one scene of them in the coffee shop, and then it's just been like briefly mentioned that he works there. I guess there's a little bit of like conflict going on with her family and everything, and I'm liking how she's living with her cousin and aunt, so that's really the only thing keeping me going. And I do like the main guy in this, but other than that, nothing crazy at all. But it is fast paced. I listened for like less than 2 hours today, and I'm like halfway, so I would love to finish this today, honestly, because it's kind of getting to the point where I'm really into the Christmas spirit. Let's hopefully get this done, and then we'll pick up something else that was maybe on my October TBR or just end of the year radar, and we'll see. I love when the main guy's calling her out. He says, "You haven't made that particularly clear." Like, yeah, we know. Okay, I'm now almost done with this book. I have like, let's look actually. I have like 100 pages left, and still it's whatever. It is literally whatever, but listening to the audiobook, it does go really fast, and there's just been a lot of fall activities. There's just like a race, a scavenger hunt, and then they're playing Ghost in the Graveyard at night, which that sounds fun. I want to do that. I literally have like nothing to say about this. There's that one. And then last night before bed, I really wanted to read on my Kindle, and I was like, what is another book that I've been thinking about and that is on Kindle? So I picked up Wayward because this was on my October TBR. It's not November. Don't even. It's November. This book starts off, I read the first 3 chapters, and it starts off, the first one follows Alpha in 1619. It just starts off, she's like trapped in a cell and she's sent to trial, and that is literally how it ends. And then we get the second perspective and chapter, and it is 2019, and her name is Kate, and it starts off she is in an abusive relationship. So reading that, I was feeling a little triggered, honestly. I was like, ooh, I don't know about this, but she did leave, and it ended her leaving and going to Wayward Cottage, Crowsbeck, Cumbria. So that's how that one ended and started off. And then the third perspective is 1942, and this one I couldn't really lock in on after reading the 2019 one. I don't really know even what happened, but it was like a girl and her brother like just playing a game or something. I don't really know. I really have no clue where this is gonna go, but I am excited, and I love like historical books like this, especially with different timelines and then seeing them all connect. So that is, I think, my next read. Okay, I am going to finish listening to the book. I have like 100 pages left still, I think. I don't think I've read anything since this morning, so let's get it. It's 6 o'clock and it's pitch black. Love that. But I'm about to finish this. I have like 20 pages left, I think. Hi guys, good morning. Okay, so I obviously started Wayward, and I kind of told you guys one of the storylines was a little triggering, and yeah, it got worse. So I am deciding to DNF this for now, but it is a story that I know I will end up loving. But just reading about the abusive relationship and how extreme it was, I cannot do that right now. And if you are in a relationship and there are little red flags, not even to this level, just get the fuck out, you know, get the fuck out. Can't read this right now. I did decide to start another book, and that would be Assistant to the Villain. This was on my October TBR, and it's one I've had forever, since it was the Barnes monthly pick, I want to say in like 2023. So I'm really excited about this. Last night I read the prologue, which it was a long prologue. It was like 20 pages. And it started off, our main girl, Evie, she is kind of just in the woods chilling. She's on a job hunt, and she runs into the villain, and he kind of ends up like protecting her from these knights that are after him, and then he offers her a job at his like castle, whatever. So that is where it ends, her accepting the job, and now we are getting a time jump to 5 months later. And so far what I'm liking about this is it's very like wholesome and like whimsical, and it kind of is reading as YA in the way that our characters are acting a little bit, but like there's like curse words and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I kind of love that, you know? That is where we're at now. I am hopefully gonna get through this today. Maybe I'll listen a bit, I don't know, but I am so excited to finally be reading this. We also did see Kingsley the little frog for the first time. He didn't talk yet, but I'm really excited to see more of the frog. Okay, I finished chapter 1. I'm not like super hooked yet, and I'm curious to where this story is gonna go, because I kind of feel like it's really mundane. Let me read the back actually. Looks like maybe there's some like rival political stuff going on with the villain, but I know this is a trilogy, so I don't even know if like we're gonna get a ton of plot in this. I am really excited though for the villains chapters, because we've literally got like nothing about him, just like little crumbs, but I can feel there's already like some chemistry between them and some tension. So I'm really excited to get to one of his chapters, because he like barely speaks basically. But from the prologue and then the first chapter, I'm like, tell me more about him. Hi friends from the same spot. I've just been reading like before bed, and I read when I woke up this morning. I made it to chapter 4, page 42. So far, literally nothing crazy. I'm also just having a hard time like getting sucked in to the story, but I feel like this is just a book that's like not much brain power, because the fantasy plot really isn't that crazy. So yeah, it's gonna be good, because I am going out of town for a couple days here coming up, so I can't lock in with reading then. I just never can. So I think this would be perfect, but I do have some quotes I highlighted in here that I would love to talk about, because they were just like funny. So our main girl, she's just very pure and innocent. She's working for the villain, which we don't really know much about him, so I'm really excited for his chapter. I think it's like the next chapter after the one I'm reading is one of his. So in the prologue, he offers her the job, and she's like, work for you? The idea was too ridiculous. I can't do that. You're bad. And then something happens that was kind of embarrassing, and she goes, "Hello, sir. Any chance you'd like to add my head to the entryway?" I just love that type of humor. I really do. And then there was a really sweet quote. She's just very like positive and bubbly, but she works at this like villain's office, and there's like, you know, dead bodies sometimes and like severed heads and just they're killing people, whatever. She goes, "I like anticipating the good. That way it's easier to see, even when the bad happens." And I really loved that quote. I think that is a great kind of thing to live by. I really enjoyed that, and I'm liking it so far, but yeah, like I said, I just haven't been able to get like sucked in. I don't know if I'm just not in the mood for this, or if it's the writing, or the fact that I finished the Deathly Hallows the other day. There's just a lot that it could be. Gonna keep going. I think I'm gonna listen now and get the hell out of my room, because if you watch my freaking birthday vlog, you would know I'm being terrorized by SPIDER, and I thought I had evicted them because we pulled out all the stops, the spray, the cleaning, everything. But I have discovered some new cobwebs in my ceiling fan last night, so the eviction was not successful. So I think honestly the only thing left to do is move. So that if you see me in a new place soon, it's probably most likely because of the spider. Not that there's anything else going on. I love men. Fictional ones though. I went from not really loving or even like liking this to being utterly obsessed like that. And all it took was one POV from the villain. One. I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed now. It started off, I was like, bro, I don't care about these characters enough to want to do this like mundane fantasy world, cozy fantasy world, but I'm so obsessed now. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. This man, you guys, blueprint. I'm trying so hard not to look up fan art, but I'm waiting until I finish it because I don't want anything spoiled. And I love when I'm reading books and I have someone to talk to about them. I got this book for my friend for her birthday, and she just read it and has read like the whole series now. It's just so great being able to text someone and like talk about the same guy. What just happened with them? I keep forgetting this isn't spoiler because I've been filming so many spoiler lately, but I am obsessed. Good morning, friends. Honestly, I feel kind of bad about this video because I feel like every reading vlog since I've been doing my Harry Potter reread has just been not my 100%, because I'm also been reading that at the same time, and especially this one because I finished the Deathly Hallows this week and the video is literally going up on Sunday, and it feels like such an accomplishment to finally get that video up because it's gonna be my longest and maybe one of my favorites. I just am so excited about it, and it's just been like 6 months in the work, so it feels like not as intense as the feeling is gonna be, but it feels like I'm like publishing a book or like finishing my first draft, which that is hopefully coming in the next couple months too, the first draft, which I can't even imagine how I'm gonna feel with that. But I just feel so inspired lately and so just creative, and I'm just so ready for my next chapter in life. I don't know, this video just, I feel like, signifies that. Anyway, so I did read one more chapter last night of The Villain, and I'm so sad because I cannot just sit down and binge this because I've been working so hard on my Harry Potter video, and then tomorrow night I'm leaving for my trip, so I'm not gonna be as locked in and that either. So I feel bad and like it sucks, but I mean, I literally can't do anything about it. This man in this book, I am so obsessed. I am so obsessed with this book, and I have bits and pieces of time where I could be reading, but I want to like give it my all, so I haven't been reading as much. I do have a couple highlights. And I just get giddy, and like I have to go to work here in a bit, and my boss slash friend is the one who I gave the book to, and I just cannot wait to go and talk to her about this man. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, in chapter 12, page 91, I highlighted, "Luck is something you will most certainly need if you ever bother her again. The Dark Rasp." Literally, where can I find a man who will do that for me? Where? Literally, where? Something about being protective. Oh my god. So something did happen with the plot, which is kind of, I feel like I mentioned this before, how I was a little hesitant about where the plot was gonna go, because it's like definitely very much like cozier fantasy. So I didn't know if there'd be like much to hold my attention plot wise, but there's something going on within the whole like workspace, because she works for the villain, and there's actually other employees there too, which I was not expecting. So something's going on with that, and so it is kind of pushing them even closer together than they already are, her being his assistant. They're just having to do like a little side quest together to figure something out, and I'm eating it up. I'm literally loving it. And something just happened in a couple chapters ago and it put him in an unexpected situation, and how it turned out, literally obsessed. Also obsessed with Kingsley the Frog. He is an icon, and I feel like too he's just kind of like working to push them together, like he loves them both. So that is my mid-morning update. We'll see if I read any more tonight. I don't think I will have any time today because I have to do my watch through of my 2-hour-long Harry Potter video and upload that, so that is going to take a fat minute. Bye bye. Okay, we just got introduced to a new character in this scene. The relationship between the villain and him, it's just like, it's so classic. Like one minute they're like, last time I saw him I hit him with a spear, whatever, and then next page they're like joking around. It's so funny. I love it. It is such the little things, such the little things. He grabbed her cloak off the chair when they were going to a different area, and then the villain turned, walking towards Evie as if in a daze. He draped her cloak around her shoulders, doing the buttons up under her chin. It's cold, he muttered, turning back to the person. Is it that much to ask for someone to put a coat on me and button it? I think it is time to finish the book. I am like halfway through. I think I'm farther than this, but I keep losing my place. I was listening to it and I haven't like updated it, so I need to find that. But today's the day we're gonna finish the book. I'm probably gonna cry because I love this man so much, and today has been the shit ass day of all shit ass days. Like I took my watch off and I literally put my phone in that. I'm not being contacted by literally anyone at all. I'm gonna lock it, but I am gonna go lay in bed. I have been reading a decent amount today, and I am 56% now, and the first little bit of this book was a little bit rough. Like I couldn't get into it, and then a couple things started happening with our couple, and like there was just like a good scenes between them, and then I got really super obsessed with it, and I feel like now kind of also it has fallen a little flat again, but I'm still pushing through. But also literally just so much is going on in my head right now, and there will eventually be a video kind of going more in depth about what's been going on with me lately, and kind of just, I don't know, it's gonna be like finding myself in my 20s. That's what it's gonna be. I'm not ready to get into it yet, but just know that that video will be coming eventually, hopefully. But yeah, I'm just gonna really try and get sucked into this book because I don't let myself wallow or rot or feel emotions or grieve, or so I'm really trying to push through that and still do something. I've been definitely had some grace with myself today, but also I need a distraction, so I'm trying my best. So I'm gonna hopefully get into this. It's honestly kind of crazy that we're like 50%, because more like 60, because there's been some hints at what each character is feeling, but they haven't like admitted it to each other, because obviously he's her boss, so it's like a little whatever. But yeah, there is still the plot going on here, and honestly I don't even know how this is gonna end, because my friend who's reading the trilogy, she was talking to me about their like I don't want to like say like where it's at because I don't want to spoil it, but their relationship status was at in the second or third book, I can't remember. I was just shocked because I'm like, then how the hell does the first book end? Even when I first saw that this was coming out with a sequel and then the third book, I thought it'd be about different characters, so I have no clue how this is gonna end with the couple. And I feel like I'm starting to get slightly annoyed with how they're like acting with each other. Like I'm just like, guys, just admit your feelings. So I really can't imagine how I'm gonna feel if I do have to wait like a whole another book or something. I'm gonna keep going though. This world is just really fun. It's really fun, and so far we have a lot more to unpack, which especially on the villain side, he has a lot of background information we still have to learn, whereas Evie, our main girl, we just learned more about her and something that happened to her. Men, literally. So that was it hurt to read, and it was just crazy. But I just want to look up fan art so bad for this, and I'm so excited to go to a Barnes after reading this and look at, it's kind of like Fourth Wing, how they have all like the stickers and stuff. I can't wait to go look. So I am going to read. It's really 7:30. I might go to bed soon. I don't know. I don't know what I've said about like the little mystery that's been going on. We just got the reveal of who was behind it. I am shook. I'm absolutely shook. I don't know if it's because my mind's not the sharpest right now, and there was a little few Easter eggs, but I did not pick up on any of them. Oh. This man is foul. What? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I fucking hate men. All of them. Every single one. Literally every single one. Remember when I said this was a cozy fantasy? Okay guys, I did finish Assistant to the Villain last night, and I did already start the second one. I just read the prologue, but I'm so excited to continue because I can't imagine if I would have read this when it first came out, when the second book wasn't out. Like, I am so glad I waited the 2 or 3 years to read this book. But this was such a fun time. It is kind of like a cozier fantasy, but I do think that in the rest of the series it will pick up in like the politics and stuff, and I'm so excited for that. Starting the second one immediately, I'm so invested. I love these characters so much. I think I settled on like a 4-star for this. It just didn't give me the 5-star feelings, and I feel like, I don't know why, but I love these characters so much. Even the side characters I love so much. I'm so excited to see where this story goes because, like I said earlier, I had no clue there was even going to be a second and third book, and I had no clue how it would end and like continue. But after where this ends, I need more immediately. How kind of the plot wrapped up and like the mystery, I genuinely, that is the most shook I have ever been in a long time. I didn't even have any theories throughout of who it could be. The reveal was incredible in this book, and I cannot wait to continue it and see if this author has more books. I think that is going to conclude this little reading vlog. So if you want more, I guess like kind of seasonal ones, let me know, and I would love to do one for the winter time because I literally just put up my Christmas decorations, which you guys will see on Sunday. Get ready, get excited, and I will see you guys Sunday for a double week. Peace, love, goodbye.